ladies and gentlemen. So today I'm gonna be taking you through a day of the life of Ray. Right now, I can't lie, I'm on my PJs right now to tell you that I literally just woke up. But hey, let's run it. I'm about to head for class and I'm running late already. Weirdly enough, one of the reasons why I actually woke up, or one of the reasons why I'm actually going late for this class, is simply because I was working on a project. So I was working on a project last night and it took a little bit of time. And also I was also trying to finish up a little bit of a YouTube video as well. The fact that I'm actually recording this so shows how much serious I am as a student. I'm playing, but it's a vlog. So I'm about to actually head to class and wish me luck on my presentation. Like, calm little fit check. Even though I'm lazy as heck to actually do much. So honestly, I didn't do my presentation anymore. She was doing the most, to be honest. Teacher, I asked for my presentation. Interestingly enough, I was like, oh, I want to do my presentation before you ask me any questions. I think I asked about 3 times. She still proceeded to just ask me questions. I literally asked one of my friends to record the whole thing. I would have had the whole thing, like, literally. But unfortunately, I couldn't do the presentation. I just answered questions. And yeah, it was alright, to be fair. After that, then I had to go get my teeth done. Say hello to my doctor.
Hello. How you doing?
He needs more patience.
More patience. Come. Free cleaning.
Free cleaning.
Free clearance, free restorations, free extractions, anything you want.
This is the best medical dentistry.
Best dental. Best dental.
Best dental student.
Thank you.
Alright.
When I say close your mouth, just close it and like stuff like a straw, right? Close it and stop the straw again.
Literally had to take a break to go take a piss because that was actually very tiring to actually get my teeth cleaned. But so far so good. It's actually a very good process and the guy is doing an amazing job. I'm back to my doctor. Amazing doctor, amazing service.
Thank you.
You need to actually drop your Insta as well.
You got mine, so I don't even use Insta.
You don't use Insta?
Nah man, no time for that man. Too much doom scrolling. All yellow shit's gone.
More time.
Great teeth. Now it's even better. Come through. Bring all the patience. We do a good job on you guys as well.
I think I have to drop his WhatsApp.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Let's run it. Let's go. So pretty much I go back home and I was like, you know what? Why actually not take you guys through one of my routines? So I'm gonna be taking you guys through my back routine and I can't lie, your boy is feeling excited. Let's stay tuned. Say hi. You might just show up on my YouTube channel. That's Gaga, amazing guy. Genuinely speaking, he decided to show us his skills. Oof, there we go. Now to the workout. Back demon workout. So as usual, we always want to start with warming up our body with some form of cardio. Today I actually chose skipping again. Usually I always like running, but the reason why I don't run is because when I go upstairs, it's quite difficult for me to actually record when I'm running. So obviously into more skipping here. I was genuinely trying to actually skip like a boxer today, but man, it was not working all the time. So the next stop would be warm up, definitely. So now you definitely have to warm up your shoulders, do some banded shoulder rotations, and I also did shoulder dislocates. I really don't know what this is called, if I'm going to be honest, for this shoulder workout, but it was just to like open my chest and just to get blood flowing. Now the next stop, this right here is a game changer. These are called scapular pull-ups. I always like doing these before any of my back day. Like, my whole back always feels warmed up, and if you're just starting, always do these. I also would do dead hangs with one hand. Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to flex, it's just, genuinely speaking, I'm taking the opportunity to train my forearms. So I would do dead hang with one hand, obviously switch to the other side. However, if you are a beginner, you should do dead hang as long as you possibly can. It is amazing for your spine decompression, especially if you have like lower back pains. A dead hang is your best friend. Next up, so I usually would start with calisthenics. So I train like a hybrid type of way. So I usually would start calisthenics and I'm doing like just toe taps on the wall so I can warm up into my handstands. And that's an amazing thing you should always do. If you're trying to combine weightlifting and calisthenics, I would always tell you to prioritize training your skills first before the actual workout, because I can assure you, if you do it the other way around, you would be exhausted. So I decided to hold the handstand a little bit, and finally I go into actually training for the crow pose or the frog pose into handstand. So I've been trying to learn how to do a press to handstand, so I can actually also know how to do an L-sit to handstand. And yeah, my form is looking a little bit banana shaped. Yeah, I know you can see this really. It's looking a little bit banana shaped. However, the goal really is just for me to understand more so the movement. And obviously, I also trained a little bit of handstand push-ups as well, because I'm genuinely trying to get better. Even though my form is not the best, I had to go for another set, obviously. However, if you are a beginner and you want to start learning calisthenics, skills I would recommend would be the elbow lever, frog pose, crow pose, and those would really be beautiful foundational points for you to actually start learning calisthenics. And also, you can also add a little bit of L-sit. That would be very amazing for your core. All right. Now I actually went into practicing for the front lever. So I would say I'm a little bit beginner intermediate for calisthenics at the time. So I could hold this for about, I think, roughly 20 seconds. So yeah, I would usually hold it as long as I possibly can. Most likely went for another set because I had to. So usually I would hold that for like just 2 sets for as long as I possibly can. The goal really is to just maintain good form. However, if you are a beginner, I would recommend you just banging out pull-ups. Pull-ups are amazing. Forget lat pull-downs. True, I'm anti-lat pull-downs, not really, but forget lat pull-downs really, and just focus on the pull-ups. Your back will thank you for listening to me. Now, as I said, pull-ups, the go-it back workout. So that's obviously what I always like to start with. I try and do around 10 to 12 pull-ups in one go because it's awesome really. However, I don't think I didn't record up to 12 in the video because I don't know. I think everybody would get tired of me actually doing pull-ups. So usually I would just do my pull-ups at the start of your workout. It should always be the start as a compound movement. Today, I also decided to do a weighted pull-up. So technically, I won't lie, this is an anime workout because it is, I believe weighted calisthenics is a superior way of training because it combines weights plus calisthenics. And that to me is are banger, genuinely speaking. So what I will say is, when I was doing these pull-ups, you see those bars that was there, they were not my friend. However, what you want to always do before you start adding weights before your pull-ups, you want to make sure that you are good with around solid 12 to 15 pull-ups. 10 to 15 pull-ups. When you can do about 10 to 15 pull-ups, go ahead. You can start adding weights. You can actually start progressively overloading your pull-ups to train for strength. However, if you are below that number, I don't really recommend you training with weights because I don't really see the point of it. I would say get your pull-ups to around 10 to 15 and you're golden. Usually, I don't always do this workout. However, this was a workout that I really learned for thickness. When you want that demon back, this is the workout you definitely want to be using. So you should target your mid back. Your mid back is very important. While the pull-ups would be for your upper back / your entire back, your mid back should be some form of rowing movement. Typically, I would do the ones with cables, but it was just very, very convenient for me to record with this and actually show you the technique. So I always brace my core whenever I'm doing any form of rowing movement, and I just try and keep the path towards these end of reps. I won't lie, I was using a little bit of momentum. However, what you want to do is you want to try and always keep the bar slow and controlled. Next up is an exercise for the lower back. Trust me, these have been a game changer. I would not lie to you and tell you I always do them. I'm calling myself out, to be very honest. However, for today, I decided to not be a bee. So I hopped on the machine and I came to do I think these are called extensions. Not hyper extensions, just back extensions. So I would use weights on them as well. If you have any back problems, please, like scoliosis, lordosis, this is something you want to take very lightly with regards to the weights. I went a little bit heavier. I think I did this with the 20s for around 6 to 7 reps. However, you want to take it very, very lightly if you have any back issues, please. I don't want to be the guy you saw on YouTube that told you to go do hyperextensions for a thick back and now you have back problems. So please be very careful with this. Take your body at its pace. There is no rush. Genuinely speaking, there is no rush anytime. So next up, this lady though. I think I eventually had to speak to this babe. Yeah. So the next up would be your rear delts. If you have seen the demon back, a very, very important component of a demon back is a teardrop muscle, and that's called the rear delts. I think this lady in blue, I think she's following me. I'm playing. However, like as I was saying, so the teardrop muscle is very, very important, and what you should do is you should make sure you train those. I usually would do rear delts exercises like these over here, or I would do cable face pulls. Face pull is also a very good alternative, and the form should be. Now, let's go into the biceps. There is no back workout without the arms. You get me? Now you want to really take it very amazing. You want to take it very good and progressive with your biceps first. So take a comfortable weight to get the blood flowing. I think I did that here on this workout. However, the moment your biceps is warmed up, you can then obviously increase the weights. And this is where we start seeking pain. Yes, we like pain here. Borderline like masochist, but you need to seek pain for that arms to grow. And I genuinely have not been training my biceps for a very long time. Honestly, not as much, to be very honest. So Right now, I'm recording this video, my biceps is quite sore. But this is what you mean by pushing to failure. You saw how I struggled on that last rep. Now, you also want to, I added these as a beginner, this is very recent for me. The reason why I added these was because of my forearms. I tend to realize that whenever I'm doing weighted pull-ups, my grip is a very limiting factor. So you see this right here. This is amazing for your biceps, especially with a pronated grip. So this would be amazing for your biceps. You don't want to have the bar. There's a way you hold the bar. Like if you can look at it, I hold the bar with a pronated grip. So holding that will train your biceps and your forearms. If you're a guy who has been struggling to get the physique of his dreams, to sculpt that sexy anime look, you can always book a call with me. I would love to hear from you. The link is in the description. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.